Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Hall County Sports. I'm your host, Gary Glenn. The wintertime sports are kind of full bore on now, and a lot of action last week, despite the fact that it was Thanksgiving week, and we opened the show this week as we turn to basketball. At the Tabos tournament down in Jefferson, after a loss, West Hall's boys crushed Mountain View 70-39. Jarquise Young had 20 and Shunquist Stevens 18. West Hall's girls fell at that tournament 41-30 to Heritage. Tori Alfredson with 11 of the loss. West Hall's girls did wind up fourth in that tournament with a 36-27 loss to Salem. Amber Johnson did come back from an injury and scored 6 for the Lady Spartans, and Alyssa Hall also had half a dozen. After losing to Jefferson to open the tournament, West Hall's boys finished 5th at the Tabo, waxing Cedar Shoals 74-40. Stevens had 25 in that game, and Young chipped in with 19. Earlier this week, we dropped by the Silverdome to visit with the Spartan coaches Lynn Jarrett and Warren Sellers. All right, Lynn, you're off to the start of the season now, but it's very early on. What have you seen so far?
Yeah, we are a team that keeps getting better. We're real young. I'm really excited about this team. It seems like we went over to the Jefferson tournament and ran into some athletes that gave us some trouble. But, this team there's one senior, and she played her first game Saturday, Amber Johnson, which was, I guess she played 10 minutes, had 6 points. So, getting her back in the lineup is going to make a big difference for us as far as offense and defense as well. But, I'm excited. They seem to be coming together. Our point guard play's getting better with Jessica Dambach as a junior, and she's gaining experience. We just got to shoot the ball a little bit better and quit and make some better decisions.
Well, you mentioned Amber coming back, and in basketball, although it is a team sport, you can only put 5 players out there at the time, so one player can make a tremendous difference, and it takes a while to integrate that player back into the flow of things.
Yes, it does. And, we bought her off the bench on Saturday. She had some knee surgery, I guess, the first of the school year, and did a good job for us. I think, we're just going to have to slowly work her way back. But she made a difference on Saturday. I guess she played 10 minutes or something like that. But she just brings that chemistry, and that kind of brings the team together. So we're excited about getting her back in.
Are you young in kind of senior leadership, Lynn, or what's the makeup of the team this year?
Yes, very young, very, very young. We start actually 2 juniors, a couple of sophomores, or actually 3 juniors and 2 sophomores before Amber gets back in the lineup. But Amber is the only senior. Playing, we started a freshman at point guard Saturday because Jessica Dambach was sick. And she got some valuable time there, and she's been seeing a lot of playing time. And our sophomore group, both our post players are sophomores and our starting 2 guards. So a lot of the things that are happening right now is lack of experience. They hadn't played many varsity games, and so the tournament was good for us. The games we're playing now are just getting us ready for region play.
Well, let's talk about the region now. A kind of a different animal this year because of the realignment, and people have moved up or moved down, and now you got different people you're going to be seeing.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I have our scouting kind of cranks back up again this weekend, and several of the teams I have not seen. Saw some of them this summer, but of course it's added a little travel to us a little bit, and a few more late nights. But I think our side of the sub-region, you look at Gainesville, you look at Walnut Grove, Oconee, and anything can happen. But it's exciting because it's kind of the unknown. It'll take a while to kind of figure things out, but it's going to be a little bit different for us to get adjusted to some of the teams.
And you got Lanierland coming up, so that's going to be something that you'll maybe can get a barometer of how things are going to shake out, right?
Yeah, we look forward to that. That's just a fun tournament when you get, everybody in the county gets to play against each other. We'll open up against North Hall on that Monday night, and although they're an awful good team, so we just want to come out of it better at the end of the week.
All right, Lynn, congratulations on the start so far. At least you got a win under your belt.
We did.
And good luck to the Lady Spartans the rest of the way.
Thank you, Gary.
All right, Warren, off to a 2-1 start. I know it's really, really early, but what have you seen so far from the Mayo side of the Spartan thing?
Well, you're right. It's early, but when we've been playing really good defense so far, and that's what we've really been working on. Because some nights, the ball just doesn't seem to want to go in the basket, and you got to be able to hang your hat on defense to pick up a win on those nights.
And you've now, I know it's the football season. You had a pretty good start to that, and a lot of folks are sorry to see football season go, but at least you get some of your athletes back fairly early, and you kind of get them integrated into the program.
They are. They're a little bit rusty, and they're still getting in shape, but they've worked really hard. We've got 4 of our 5 starters were off football team. So for this early, they've gelled pretty well.
I keep reading Shunquez's name, so he's the guy you got to hang your hat on a little bit, huh?
He brings it every night. He's a double waiting to happen. Right now he's averaging about 20 points and 12 rebounds a game.
Wow.
So that's good to depend on that, night in, night out.
I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what I talked to Lynn about. You know, you've had Flower Branch move up,
Yep.
you had East Hall move out,
Yep.
had other people move into the region. It's kind of a journey into the unknown this year, Warren.
It is. You know, we've added Monroe area and Oconee County and Walnut Grove, and we don't know anything about them at this point. So we're doing a little bit more scouting than normal. So. But you know, it's good to play some other people. It should make Lanier Land tournament a little more interesting since everybody's not
Right.
playing all year long. So, but we're looking forward to the challenge.
Lanier Land a little later this year. It starts Christmas week.
It is a little bit later. There's always the conflict with having Lanier Land during finals week,
Yeah.
and now that we're on the year-long schedule, there is no finals week. But we didn't know that when we made the schedule out.
Right.
So.
But you're right. It does take some of the distraction away from it. Now you can play basketball, huh?
And the kids would rather play than practice.
Sure.
And over the holidays we'd be spending that time practicing normally, but now we get to play, and hopefully we'll keep getting better.
Who you open up with in Lanier Land?
Gainesville.
And they're playing really good right now, huh?
I watched them the other night. They're scary. I was leaving there and I thought, man, I'd have been better off if I hadn't watched this game. But they're playing really well, and that should be a good matchup.
But are you optimistic pretty much about the season, Warren?
We are. If we can stay healthy and develop a little depth, and the kids keep playing hard, I think we'll be all right.
All right. Warren Sellers, good luck to you, brother.
All right, thanks, Gary.
Just heard Coach Warren Sellers mention Gainesville. Well, at the Piedmont College Hardwood Classic up in Demorest, Gainesville's basketball team did what the football team could not. They beat Cedar Grove, that basketball final, 70-48. Quan Holcomb led Gainesville with 19 points, and fresh off the football field, A.J. Johnson scored 14 points and grabbed 5 rebounds. Rebecca Webster scored 16, but the Gainesville girls lost 39-32 to Cedar Grove. The Elephant Boys wound up winning that Hardwood Classic with an 84-81 win over Southwest DeKalb. Shaquan Cantrell scored 27 and earned tournament MVP honors. All right, turning to other basketball. In the Gobbler Classic at Johnson, the Johnson boys waxed Jackson County 70-33. Matt Hollis poured in 26 points for the Knights, while Ty Odom came up with a double-double, 11 points and 10 rebounds. The Knights did fall shy in the finals, losing to unbeaten Avondale 73-63. Hollis had 28 in that one. Johnson girls lost to Jackson County 61-41. Emily Byers with 10 for the Lady Knights, but the Johnson girls then rebounded against Avondale and won 75-17. Caitlin Sloan had 18 points, 4 assists, and 3 steals. Byers added 9 points and 7 rebounds. North Hall beat the Hart County boys 85-54. Hamilton Harper led the Trojans with 17 as 13 different players got in on the scoring for North Hall. Lady Trojans lost a 63-61 heartbreaker to Hart. Harper had 12 points and Candler Coker 10 as 11 different Trojans then scored in a 70-53 win at Oconee County. Despite 23 points and 12 rebounds from Mary Kate Rushton, the Lady Trojans fell to Oconee 54-46. Chester T boys beat Oconee County 60-41. Keelan Taskmore scored 21 for the War Eagles. Lady Eagles made it a sweep over Oconee 41-20. Peyton Robertson scored 18 points and pulled down 8 rebounds. Robertson had 22 more points and 9 more rebounds in a 58-53 overtime win over Hart. Well, the Lakeview boys picked up their first win of the season. That happened at Phillips Arena last week, a 51-39 win over Landmark Christian. Mataskunas led the Lions with 10. And a little bit of old business here. Congrats to North Georgia Christian. The Chargers recently won the Grit basketball tournament. In coming, Zach Pendley led NGC, averaging 20 points and 13 rebounds over 5 games. Pendley was named tournament MVP. Joining him on the all-tournament team were Charger teammates Tyler Harney and Clay Cox. Well, we're going to celebrate a local team's national championship when we return.